Hello, aliens and aspirants. My name is TV Skyen. Welcome to Mass Effect Legendary Edition, the remaster that came out, let me check my watch, about an hour ago, which, we're doing this. We're doing all of this. Mass Effect, man. So Mass Effect 1 is, like most Mass Effect fans, my least favorite game in the series. But it's also where it started. I've played through Mass Effect, I think, in total 3 times. And all 3 times, it was in order to get a save file that I could import into Mass Effect 2. Like, with different outcomes, I wanted to see, like, what if the Council was there? And like, what if I made different decisions in Mass Effect? What does it affect in Mass Effect 2? And then eventually, I found a website where you could just download save files that have been completed, and I didn't touch Mass Effect 1 again for a long, long time. In fact, until now, I have not touched it. So, this is going to be a game that I'm very, very familiar with, but where I don't actually remember probably most of it, frankly. I remember the highlights, but all the secrets and all the little side things, not gonna be so good at finding those. Once we get to Mass Effect 2, though, you're gonna see me know a lot more things, because I have played that game to hell and back. Mass Effect 1, though, well, it's gonna be interesting to come back.
To Alliance military database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Right. We're not doing mail, Shepard. We are absolutely not doing that.
Please log in to access your profile.
Jing Shepard, nah. Kind of like Sarah. But yeah, it's like...
Warning, data corruption detected.
Oh, shut up.
Please reconstruct profile.
Top secret data requested. History. But oh yeah, no, we actually lost all the details about who you are. The voice actor for male Shepard is some guy, and he does a perfectly serviceable job. I'm pretty sure he gives the delivery he was told to give, which is an extremely bland one, which is pretty common in video games, like when there's voice acting, that you tell the guy doing the self-insert main character to keep the performance kind of vague and not interject himself too much into the character, and instead give like a relatively like neutral performance that the player themselves can then sort of superimpose themselves into, and that's like fine. But they got Jennifer Hale to do female Shepard, and Jennifer Hale is just a better, well, I don't know that she's a better voice actor, because I don't know what the male voice actor has done of the stuff, but she certainly is a very good voice actress. And she just delivers a much more compelling version of Shepard, which, like, definitely gets a little bit more in the way of self-identifying with the character. Like, I think that's probably true, but I prefer female Shepard's voice so much that I can't play male Shepard. He's so boring. I cannot. Which kind of sucks, because that locks me out of a romance option that I really, really like otherwise. But, anyway,
You were an orphan, raised on the streets of the great metropolises covering Earth. You've escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18.
You were born and raised on Mindoir, a small border colony in the Attican Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided Mindoir, slaughtering your family and friends. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol, and you enlisted with the military a few years later. Both of your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one place for more than a few years. Following your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18. I think Earthborn is the right one.
Psychological profile.
Like, there's no right one. Like, they don't make that much of a difference. But I think Earthborn is the one I want for this playthrough. War hero or soul survivor. We're playing this as a Paragon playthrough, by the way, because again, like, it's occasionally fun to do, like, renegade actions and shit. Like, we'll do a couple of renegade actions, believe me. But mostly playing renegade is just like, I am going to be an asshole in order to... For no reason. Like, that's the trouble with the morality system in all most video games, is that you always kind of get stuck with either do the thing that's obviously the right thing, or else just go find a puppy and kick it for no other reason except that you are a bad guy. Like, and what it's meant to be in Mass Effect is that, like, Paragon options are like, yes, you're the morally upright, like, doing the right thing even if it's not very expedient, and Renegade is supposed to be, okay, we're gonna get the job done, and we're not gonna do it all, like, the nice, right way, but we're gonna make sure that like,
military
we're gonna make sure we get the job done. Like, it's that kind of sort of focused on the job, not so much focused on morality kind of thing, except most of the choices that are available as Renegade are just be an asshole. Like, just be a shit, just be a jerk, just be a garbage person. Anyway, do I want to play engineer? Or do I want to play Vanguard? Or do I just want to play Soldier? I don't know. The combat in Mass Effect 1... I don't think it's that fun. But I think I want to play with abilities, so let's do a Sentinel. Oh, no. We're not doing default Shepard. No, I have a Shepard I like. Let's see. There we go. Already most of the way there. No, we're not done. We're not done. I just want to... Can I not turn her around? Okay, fine. There we go. I like a Shepard with, like, a prominent nose. Like, one that's like... That has an actual ridge. And mostly it's just my form of protest. Because I am annoyed that so many video games, it's just like this or that. Like, these are like the noses. There's always the fucking aquiline nose. And you know what I want? I want a Roman nose. They're common, they're interesting, they're distinctive, they give the face a lot of character, and it will make Shepard different from every single other woman in Mass Effect. All of them. Which is like, why you have all these customization options? Why do your women not look more different in this fucking game? Let's give them a bit more of a chin. And a wider jaw. Yeah. Mouth. Oh, maybe that's a little too much wide jaw, actually. Could you just turn your head in a way so that I can see what I'm actually... No! Shepard. Yeah, there. Makeup, nope. Absolutely not. No makeup. Eyes. Can I get rid of the frickin'... Are they wearing lashes? Man. Cannot get rid of that, but, alright, well.
Red eyes.
No heterochromia option. How disappointing. Let's just... brown eyes. Oh, dark eyes. Yes, dark eyes. That's what we're doing. Where's the eyebrows? There's the brow hiding. Here, brow. We want some... Oh, cool. No colors. And the thing for me is, like, because Shepard is like a military person, right? So, and the way that I play them, at least, is that, like, they're a career military person. They've always kind of been, like, in those environments, they've always sort of been, doing the... And they sort of just, like, find hair annoying. Like, dealing with that, oh, fucking, I don't know. So they just, like, buzz it off every once in a while because it's just, like, not worth their time, basically. Let's see. Good mouth shapes. I kind of like that. Let's see. Mouth depth. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Mouth height. Me. And scars. Yes, scars good. Let's have scars. Big, prominent, visible scars. Because again, doing war stuff. Okay. Yes. Anything else I want to change? Am I good? Is it good? Is it all good? Ooh, cheekbones. This doesn't seem to do much. No, it only changes a little bit. Okay. Cheek gaunt. Ooh, I kind of like that. Okay. Cheek width. Okay, there. Face size. Big face. Small face. Big face. Small face. Let's do small face. Let's make them smooth-faced in the beginning. And I will copy this code, just in case anyone wants it, and I'll put it in a little text document. Yoink. And I'll put it in the description of the video, so that if anyone should want to play with this particular Shepard character design, you should feel free to do so. Let's see. Maybe do a little bit too much with the cheek. Yeah, there. Let's work with that, Shepard.
Complete.
That's more or less the character design I use for them, so. Right, now, subtitles on. Yes, combat difficulty. See, this is one I've been kind of thinking about, because, again, it's been a long time since I played Mass Effect, but what I remember is that the combat in Mass Effect 1 just isn't very fun. Like, it gets kind of tedious, and there's a lot of bullet sponges and shit, so we'll set it to normal for now, but I might drop it down to casual, just because in Mass Effect 1, I'm not interested in a combat challenge. I just want to get through this game, but in Mass Effect 2, we will pump it up to veteran difficulty at least, or whatever the hell. Maybe they changed it, but veteran or hardcore, because that's usually how I play Mass Effect 2. But Mass Effect 1, I don't want to bother with a combat challenge. I just want to get through it and get through the story. So here we go. To the loading screen.
Well, what about Shepard? Earthborn, but no record of her family.
Doesn't have one. She was raised on the streets, learned to look out for herself.
She proved herself during the Blitz, held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
She's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question her courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies, enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. Mass Effect. Jeez, give me time to narrate, BioWare.
The Arcturus Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander,
transit mass and destination. The relay is hot, acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1. Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
Hello, Nihilus. It's been a while.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment, so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
And they don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the Captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
And I get 36 experience just for starting the game. Ah, Mass Effect 1. I do remember you. Right, let's refamiliarize ourselves with the controls. No. Jane, no. How the fuck do I put my gun away?
Huddle up!
No. Okay, I need the keybinds. Where the hell are the keybinds? There. Let's see. Put weapon away, please. Holster weapon H. Okay. Interact being not E, I guess? Okay. No. Talk to him. Space?
The captain's
Thank
waiting
you.
for me in the comm room, Commander.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
Yeah. Why can't I even draw my gun aboard the Normandy?
I'm telling you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
Note that he specifies a Turian Spectre. There's a reason for that.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
You don't trust Nihilus.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family.
Yeah.
My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian.
Space
We're
racism.
an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, ma'am. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
I better head down and see the captain.
Yes, ma'am.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit.
Oh,
There's
Jenkins.
something Nihilus isn't telling us
Yeah.
about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Ah, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
Notice also the way that people are talking about specters. Ooh, dangerous. Outside the law, can do whatever they want. Foreshadowing that.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I
Oh,
sincerely
kid.
hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Only a fool goes looking for a fight, Corporal.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Do your job, follow my orders, and there won't be any problems.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
This mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm not gonna screw this up.
Oh, Jenkins.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
This is all stuff that theoretically a person who is in Shepard's position as commander should already know, but because we are players, the game is very helpfully laying out a whole bunch of exposition for us if we want it. And we do, because I want you guys to also, like, if you haven't played Mass Effect before, you probably need to know this stuff.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre.
Really?
You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed? That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
Oh, yes.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Oh, I'm not in any hurry. Let's see. The Codex.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians
Yes.
were invited to join the Citadel Council.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm looking for. Nope. Nope. I'm looking for... Nope. Nope. Okay, well, they're not... Okay, I don't have that Codex entry yet. The Codex is... huge! We're not reading the whole thing. Absolutely not. We're not listening to the whole thing, but we'll go through... we'll go through enough of it. That you guys sort of... Like, I have read the whole thing. I did that on my first playthrough of the game back in the day, and... Yeah, that doesn't make for compelling Let's Play. So... Let's read Shepard's own background. It doesn't come up that much, it's not really important, but you were born on Earth, but you never knew your parents. A child of the streets, you learned to live by your wits and guts, surviving in the hidden underbelly of the megatropolises of humanity's homeworld. Eager to find a better life, you joined the Alliance military when you came of age. You were on shore leave at Elysium when the first wave of the Skillian Blitz struck. A massive coalition force of slavers, crime syndicates, and Paterian warlords attacked the human colony, determined to wipe it out. You rallied the civilian inhabitants, leading them in their desperate fight to hold off the invaders. When enemy troops broke through the colony's defenses, you single-handedly held them off and sealed the breach. After hours of brutal fighting, reinforcements finally arrived and the enemy broke ranks and fled. Because of your actions, Elysium was saved, and you are regarded throughout the Alliance as a true hero. Thank you very much. 2069. Nice. But basically, all we need to know from this timeline is that humanity has sort of just barely become, like, spacefaring. And was like, oh, we're flying a colony on Mars and stuff. Eventually, we find some Prothean ruins on Mars, which are these, like, ruins of a historic spacefaring civilization whose technology and secrets basically allow us to begin extracting things like Element Zero, which is this special element that allows people to basically do magic. Biotics, we'll get into that later. And eventually we also find these things, the mass relays. That thing you just saw launches the hell through space. We find one of those, and we begin, oh god, we can travel across the stars now. And oh hey, there's aliens out there, and that goes a little bit wrong because we have first contact with Turians, who are like, who the fuck are these people? And it turns into warfare, unfortunately. There's some tension between humans and Turians from that, because, you know, because humans don't really need much of a reason to be racist. That's what's called the First Contact War. And then eventually, like, peace is made and humans are accepted into the like community of the council races, which again, we'll meet those later. Right. Okay, but I'd like to go back to the primary.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
Thank you very much.
Humanity's
Anyway, First Contact War, blah, 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 Spectres, blah, blah, blah. That's about as much as we need to know, I think. Anyway, I believe I have some level up I can do. We'll just pump that directly into conversation options. Journal, blah, blah, prologue. Okay, cool. We're done. We're done. We can move on. Hello, galaxy map. Aww.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the Commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir?
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
What else can you tell me?
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Are we expecting trouble?
I'm always expecting trouble.
There's more, Shepard. Nihilus isn't just here for the beacon. He's also here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
Just tell me what I have to do.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their Citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
So notice that there's a lot of, the species of the Terminus systems, not the societies, not the nations, not the countries, not the political alliances, the species. There's a lot of focus in Mass Effect on the species of each individual character, which, yes, there are some ways in which that can be unfortunate. And we'll talk about that as they crop up every once in a while. But this is also science fiction tradition. It's a trope that's called Planet of Hats on TV tropes, basically, which is the kind of thing you know in Star Trek. They'd go to a new planet, and there would be a species down there, and that whole species would just be, like, about one thing. Like, these is all, like, all of the, like, for a long time, all of the hell are they called? Rubber forehead guys, angry military, Worf is one of them. Klingon. All of the Klingons were just like, oh, we're the war people. We make war and do war stuff. And then you have, like, the Vulcans who are like, we are the logic people. We do logic things with our brains, and we do not have emotions, all of us. Like, everyone in an entire civilization and, like, an entire species just, like, sort of slight variations on basically the same personality and all have the same priorities and all have the same cultural values, which, like, when you come to Earth, it's like we can't agree with people who live next door, right? Like, and that's a science fiction tradition. Like, it's a classic thing of, like, we use each of these species to explore a certain idea. So the Turians, for example, are this sort of highly caste-based militarist society that sort of it brings in some elements of, like, feudalism and sort of like human militarism that sort of gets this sort of dumped onto them, and they're like, oh yeah, they're the militarist people. And then you have the Asari, who are the, well, we'll get to the Asari, and then there's the Solarians, and they're all just scientists and, like, spies and stuff. Like, there's just the whole thing. There's, like, scientists and spies, and they're kind of sort of a little bit weak, and like every species is sort of pigeonholed into a box, and that gets expanded a little bit more as the game goes on. Like, you get to see people, like, who are different from the stock archetype, but it's something that's very much there, and it's a valid criticism of Mass Effect, and indeed science fiction in general, that they tend to, like, oh, if you are of one species, then you have one set of characteristics and, like, biological determinism kind of thing. Anyway.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
That's a lot of gunfire.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't. We need evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
All this space technology, and they still have static?
After that, no comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Space
Take us in,
hand.
Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold.
And what about the people
Tell Alenko and
on
Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
like the human beings, the people whom like the could we instead of just the we could save the peep? Okay, no, okay, fine. We'll save the beacon then.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
And welcome to the actual video game. Hello, Jenkins.
What happened here?
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles are everywhere. Keep your guard up.
What the hell are those? Damn.
Combat tutorials. Ooh, the water looks nice. And broadly speaking, just this game has like I've played Mass Effect with a lot of mods, but broadly speaking, this game is like looking really nicely remastered. Let's just take that. There's so much. That's the thing I forget. There's so much gear and stuff to pick up because they basically BioWare intended this game. Speaking of which, let me just swap weapons to something more useful. There we go. Intended this game basically as Dragon Age in space. So like they designed it in many ways as just like as a classic fantasy RPG with all the gear pickups and all the sort of menu nonsense. That you'd be used to, except in space. And that's something they did away with in Mass Effect 2 and 3 for the better, frankly. Jenkins doesn't last long.
Rip right through his shields. Never had a chance.
Sometimes Marines die. The rest of us just have to carry on. We still have to find that beacon.
Aye, aye.
Poor Jenkins. We hardly knew ye. Oh, there you are. La-da-da-dee.
Got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Right. Squad commands. We won't need those much. La-da-da-dee. Oh, it really is looking pretty. Thank you for the Medigel. I will probably need it at some point, but not right now. Ooh, I forgot how brutal that is. Let's see. That's Ashley Williams.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, ma'am?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Any idea what kind of enemy we're facing?
I think they're Geth.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, ma'am. It's time for payback.
Let's just have a conversation first, though.
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime, none that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232.
Oh, right. No worries. Heard down.
Move out.
Here we go. Yes, I know.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Let's take all of those. Okay. Equipment. Do I want to... Okay. I mean, there's not that much point upgrading my weapons right now, and I don't have any different armor, so it's not like I can... Right, fine. Squad. Let's get you... First aid abilities, actually. Ashley, let's get you... I'd also like to get you first aid abilities, actually. Can't do that yet? Okay, fair enough. Requires 6 point in combat armor? Oh my god, okay, fine. Ooh, a crate!
With things in it!
Let's just move on. Ugh. Spooky. La da da. But yeah, early on you can kind of just MK walk them, like just kind of walk into them and blow everything to pieces.
This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
At higher difficulty levels, you do have to use the cover system in this game, but it's not very good.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up. Oh god, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
Go. Husks. Pretty cool character designs.
Take out those hostiles.
We did. Chill.
That door. It's closed. Security lock's engaged.
Some locked objects require decryption or electronics to access. If any squad member has the required talent, you will be able to unlock the object using the decryption or electronics interface by spending Omnigel. There we go. Some pretty simple little mini games. Or you can just rub a bunch of Omnigel on it and it'll open.
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
Don't worry. We'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
He seems cheerful.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
No, they're not.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside, gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Yeah, let's just ask about Nihilus and then move on.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry, Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
2 Turians then.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
Poor guy. Do you have any items in here I can loot? No? Okay, fair enough. Moving right along. I do like the prefabricated buildings. I'll take that. And I'll take that, I guess. Whatever it is. I do like the prefabricated buildings. Like, that's one thing that, like, distinguishes the aesthetics of Mass Effect a lot, is that all over the game, you'll find buildings like these, like, clearly prefabricated units that are being used as like, housing and being used as utility. And that's something that's, like, the game is very consistent about, that I quite enjoy. Anyway, did I pick up a new gun? I guess I picked up a new armor. Which is substantially better, so there we go. New armor on me. Yay. La-da-da.
Saren. Nihilus.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
Whoops.
What is that? Off in the distance.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, say hello. Say hello to a big friend. Anyway, they see us. Bye. My god, I'm so bad at using weapons. There we go. Yoink. Taking cover. And pop. That takes care of that. Should probably just stick to the pistol, or I should use some of my abilities, actually, at some point. I should show you what those look like. I keep forgetting. I just kind of haven't needed them. Darn it. There we go.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out. We're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
We took care of them.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
What kind of packages?
I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport if he's still alive.
I have to go.
Good luck.
And that's, oh, thank you. Darn. No one has electronic skill. But maybe we can have... Can I have someone have electronic skill? Need 4 points in decryption. Okay, so no electronic skill for any of us. Fair enough. Fine, fine. Anyway, I prefer to have my squad mates have... let's get Barrier on here. It's a useful ability. La-da-da-dee. Oh, that's a dead Turian.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait, don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
What are you doing sneaking around back there?
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
What the hell are you talking about?
There were 2 Turians here. Your friend and another one he called Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped on the cargo train and headed over to the other platform. Probably going after the beacon. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
You make me sick. No.
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks for the smuggling ring.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch! We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Just give me the grenades.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in handy. If I were you, I'd think of some way to make it up to them.
Yeah, okay. There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform, thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
Hey, high explosives.
Hooray! I have high explosives!
Any new weapons? Right, the Stinger. I have that one. Let's equip it. Anything else? Nope. Cool. What? What are we fighting? Oh. Something. Oh shit, no, that's not the weapon I want to use. Close combat. What? Something down there. There we go. That'll do the trick. Right then. Moving right along.
We thought this won't be safe until the Geth showed up.
Ooh, one of the big ones. Right, let's start by getting barrier on ourselves. And then, yoink! Need to get in a little closer so I can see what I'm shooting at. Or... Sniper rifle. There we go. Oh my god, there's more of them. Just that guy? Okay.
It's shotgun time!
There we go. Again, there's no combat challenge in the early stages of this game whatsoever. Even, well, if you turned it up to higher difficulty, obviously it would be harder, but...
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Ah, the lens flare. La-da-da-da.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Let's get rid of that one. Yoink. Neom. That's that one. There we go. Biotic barrier. Yeah. There. Ta-da. Would you like to pop out of hiding? Okay, fine. Let's disarm that. Beep. Where's the last one? Oh, there. Cool. La da 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 da. Just gonna speedy boy our way back. And a gotcha. Beep. Und now, this way. Would you like to take cover? Thank you. There we go. Well, aren't you cute? There we go. Let's grab whatever's in here. Can sell it, if nothing else. And hello, Prothean Beacon. Hello!
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Shepard!
No, don't touch it.
Oh yeah, flashing images warning, by the way. I should have remembered that sooner.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime, the Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
Oh, right, the titty window. Yeah.
Doctor? Dr. Chakwas. I think she's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Where's the beacon now? What happened to it?
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
What's the damage, Doctor?
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it.
It's not like they're wrong.
Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just want to point out, the humans species has been a part of the galactic, community for 30 years at this point. It's been less than a century. And as we've already heard, they're already we want to be Spectres, we want to be on the Council, we want, we're already making all these demands of oh, we want this, we want that. So it's not like other species in the galaxy don't have a reason to be a bit fucking humans, man, Jesus Christ.
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Right then. Anything I can loot down here? No? Just the lab. Okay, cool. Cool. So I think we're gonna go a little long on the first episode of this playthrough.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. It doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, I
We're
could.
Marines. We stick together, and I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
I could definitely have done it on my own.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
I was there. You did everything right. It was just bad luck. It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
I never met my parents. If they wanted to see me, they'd have contacted me after that mess a few years back.
Oh, that's right, the Blitz. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
The captain's briefing was confidential.
Understood, ma'am. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
Ah, Caden, you are so boring.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Oh, Williams, we'll get into you later.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
I really like Dr. Chakwas as a character.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Right then. So, biotics. I suppose we should check if the Codex has, Any information on biotics? Yeah. Biotics manipulate Mass Effect fields using dozens of Element Zero nodules within their nervous systems that react to electric stimuli from the brain. Amplifiers allow biotics to synchronize the nodules so they can form fields large and strong enough for practical use. Amplifiers can improve a specific discipline or talent. An implant is a surgically embedded interface port into which amps are plugged in. On humans, the implant is usually placed at the base of the skull for convenient access, though the user must be careful to keep it free of contaminants. And that's basically... So, again, biotics are these people who... Let's see if I can find the...
Biotics is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create Mass Effect fields through the use of electrical impulses from the brain. Intense training and surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce Mass Effect fields powerful enough for practical use. The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are 3 branches of biotics. Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects. Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Spatial distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of an in utero exposure to Element Zero. This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim, but in rare cases, it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system.
Yeah, that's biotics. Seriously though, do I not have the Mass Effect? No, I don't have the Mass Effect entry yet. That's annoying, because that's kind of... So Mass Effect, the title of the series, like the whole name of the goddamn thing, comes from this effect, this mass effect. And that mass effect is essentially like the science fiction space magic that allows all of the technology in the series to work. Like, Mass Effect is why we can do mass relay things. Like, the mass relays can shoot you halfway across the galaxy. Why? Because Mass Effect. People can do, like, space magic with biotics and throw, like, telekinesis balls around the stuff. Why? Because Mass Effect. The guns can shoot forever, just fire all the time. Why? Mass Effect. It's basically just, it's the hand-wavy, it's like the Force in Star Wars, right? It's just the, thing that's magic and can't be explained. Mass Effect. There we go. So it would be nice to have the goddamn Codex entry, but okay.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Yes, let's go and do that. We'll go and see the Citadel for a second, and then we'll cut the episode there, I think. La-da-da-dee, la-da-da-da.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Did that get me the Mass Effect? Entry, please.
50,000.
Yeah, Protheans, husks, blah blah blah. Nope, it didn't. Okay, Joker.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
welcome to the Citadel.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. If they don't stop him, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not hers.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Well, you're not wrong. Let's decrypt his computer, just for fun. This is a clear shot right over here-ish. Yeah. Yoink. Alliance Patrol report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during her patrol of the Argus Row cluster. She had a particular concern about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols scheduled for that sector to be sent in a recon team. I don't care. I don't care, but maybe it gives me a side quest or something. Anyway, welcome to the Citadel, which is this giant sort of mini planet-sized structure hovering in space. We can see like a false sky over the thing because we're on one of the arms of the Citadel, and it's like this, almost like this ring world kind of construct, and it's very, very cool, and I really, really like it. Anyway, Citadel's cool. We need to talk to some politicians now, but the next episode. Gonna have to happen in the next episode. So if you've enjoyed hanging out in the world of Mass Effect with me, well, like, comment, subscribe, I suppose. You click the buttons down there and see more Mass Effect happen. Certainly there's gonna be more Mass Effect. Like, I'm playing through these games. I don't really care if people want to watch it. This is what I'm doing, because, man, I've stayed away from Mass Effect for like a few years now in anticipation of like, mostly because of Mass Effect 3. Anyway, let's discuss the later videos. Right, I have a Patreon, a merchandise store, a tip jar. You can use them if you want to. They help me pay for an editor who helps me with some of the videos on this channel. They also help me pay my rent. If you don't want to use them, you don't have to. Thank you for watching. Wear a mask, wash your hands, take the vaccine when it comes, and try to act in solidarity with those who are working to make the world a better place.